right, so picture this. I'm a truck driver. I drive semis. I was in the same place for 17 years, and I said I needed to change. So I went into truck driving. Well, I love truck driving. It was the best thing I could have did. I wish I would have did it sooner, but hey, that's life. That's how things go. But I got a funny story for you. Like my mama, my sister, aunties, wife, everybody is dying laughing. So hopefully I can bring a little laughter to your day to day. And if you're having a bad day, put this on, and maybe to give you a laugh. But I was running a route, and I was delivering to Walmart. And the things that I deliver, I can actually park the whole semi in front of the building. I'm not unloading like a whole truck. So I can pop in the front. Yeah, I take up the space in the front, turn on my hazards and whatever else, and then I just go into the front of the store and I make my delivery. Well, on this day I was delivering. I was running somebody else's route, and I wasn't too familiar. Well, I'm familiar, but not too familiar with some of the spots. And then, where I was at was far away from Cleveland, but all my next stops were going to be in downtown Cleveland. And any truck driver knows downtown Cleveland can be a pain in the butt sometimes when it comes to, moving around and how traffic is and, whatever the case is. But also, every truck driver has their specific stop where where you're comfortable using the restroom at. So I have specific places that I'm comfortable using the restroom at, and you always take your little mini sprays with you and stuff like that, so you can disinfect or whatever. You do what you got to do. Well, on this day, go in, I make my delivery, and then I was like, you know what, I can make it. Like it was kind of a short route. I'm like, I can make it, whatever the case is. So I go back out, I make my delivery, get my paperwork, I go back to the truck. Man, I get back to the truck. It felt like, as soon as I hadn't even put a foot up, I had just unlocked the door, opened the door, and then all of a sudden, it was like I drank pickle juice, ate macaroni salad, and I had a slice of cheesecake and a dash of coffee, and it just all started doing the dance. And I was like, oh, hell no. And there was no questions asked. It's like, you got to go do what you got to do. So I'm like, all right. And with Walmart, it's hit or miss. So you could get a decent bathroom, or you can get a terrible one. So at this point in time, like I said, bring your own disinfectant, do what you got to do, make it happen. So I go in, I'm coming through the grocery side. So I come in, I bust a left. I bust my left, I take off. And when I say I take off. And I see another man with the same kind of step as me coming from the opposite direction. So he's along the wall, and he's close. He's just a little bit closer than me. And I'm like, oh, it's like we about to meet and bump at the same time. So my mind is on with its own. I'm like, I don't really care about nothing else that's going on. But he just beat me by a second. So I just walk right in behind him. I'm like, so I walk right in behind him. He goes down to the other end, and he closes his stall. I go in, I close mine, but I'm looking. I'm like, this toilet, but something was wrong with this toilet. I'm like, this don't make no sense. But I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go in there, and I'm like, I'm thinking, God, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm thinking, God, I'm happy. I'm like, man, there was no way in the world I was gonna make it, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna make sure that I'm straight before I leave. So I hear him get up. He goes and washes his hands or whatever the case is, and he takes off. So I'm in there. I'm still in there. I'm making sure that, you know what I'm saying, I'm good. I ain't got nothing to worry about, no issues with it. And as you see, if anybody out there's been paying attention, you see the food that I eat. So I stay regular for all the humans out there who understand it and understand the benefits of it. I stay regular, and I intend to. So I do what I do. I'm done. I get up, wash my hands. I'm in there washing my hands, right? And then all of a sudden, I look to the left, and there's this woman walking in. But she was a worker. She was working there. So she walks in, but she doesn't act abnormal or anything. But I'm kind of taken off guard, and she gestures like she wasn't uncomfortable or anything. She, whatever the case is. But I'm looking like, you ain't got no broom in your hand, you ain't got no mop in your hand, you don't got no trash bags, no rubber gloves on. What are you doing? So she's comfortable, so she walks behind me, and I look the other way, and I'm still washing my hands, but I'm looking like, what's she doing? Washing my hands, all right. So she goes down, she gets in the stall. She gets in the damn stall, locks it, and now I'm just like, what's going on? And then it's the light bulb starts to come on, and I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, I know I am not in the women's bathroom. And then I look back behind me, I'm drying my hands off. I was like, ain't no urinals in here. Ain't no urinals in here. I'm like, hell no. I said, is that why that toilet was so low to the ground? I was like, the toilet was so damn low to the ground. I thought we went back to the old times where they was just messing in holes in the ground. That's how low it was to the ground. I'm just like, at that point in time, I really didn't care. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but I never paid attention to the fact that there were no urinals in there. So now I'm like, I'm drying my hands off. I'm trying to hurry up. I'm like, look, she came in here. It might be somebody else coming in here. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, go out and look. I go out and I look to the left, and I'm like, oh hell no. I've been in this damn women's bathroom for the last probably 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Like from the time I got in there to the time I washed my hands and walked out, I was in there for a good 15 minutes. And I'm like, man, like this is how messed up the world is. Like, did she think that, I mean, it was okay? Like, well, maybe this is how he identified. No, I didn't even look like my identification said anything like that. I had on work boots, my steel toes. I had on work pants. I had on my and I know it don't mean nothing, but it did mean something. It meant something for me and anybody that would have. There was nothing there but masculinity. And then the other dude, he was on the same type of time. Like, I think he had a big cowboy belt buckle. He had on some work boots, and belly hanging over the buckle a little bit, and big beard. And at that time, I had a beard, and so it just would have never given that. But the fact that she just was like, she just came in like, hi, how you doing? And I'm like, so I was through off. But when I hit that corner, I looked to the left, and I seen the sign, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, at Walmart, I've always known the men's restroom to be on the left and not the right. So when I followed him in there, it was just off of muscle memory. Like, I know it's to the left. Is what my mind was thinking. I know it's to the left, but no, it wasn't to the left. The women's restroom was to the left. So moral to the story is pay attention. But on my way out, man, it was like, how when you sleep on your neck wrong and you just be like this and you can't really do too much? Man, I was like this all the way. I was like this all the way up out of there, just looking at the wall. Oh, look, we got a nice paint job, looking at the little writings on the wall. I'm trying my damnedest not to look to the left and see nobody's face. And I did. I made sure I did it. And thank God that it was it's a Walmart that I don't usually frequent anyway. And that time of the morning, it wasn't too crowded. The streets were crowded, but the inside the store wasn't crowded. And my mom died laughing. Auntie, sister, wife, kid, and whoever else I told this story to. So I felt like, let me spread a little goodness today. And hopefully I can put a laugh on somebody's face, because I died for days when I just would sit there thinking about it and just bust out like, you really did that. So, man, appreciate y'all. Holla at you.